Well, the body of Adrian Nel has arrived at the King Shaka International Airport in Durban. The 40-year-old South African was killed on Friday whilst trying to escape during an attack on the town of Palma in Northern Mozambique. His mother, Meryl Knox, says the police will not release his body despite all the necessary documentation. She joins us now from the airport. Ms. Knox, thank you for joining us, and our condolences to you. I can't imagine what you're going through, and thank you for speaking to the South African media. I think it really makes a difference for people to know what has been going on in Mozambique. How are you holding up first?
Well, not very well, because when Adrian's body arrived together with my husband on a military plane, which the military very kindly brought them back home safely, we had the funeral parlor waiting to obviously take Adrian. Suddenly the police got involved and said that wasn't going to happen because they needed to do an inquest, and they also needed to do their own post-mortem, even though it had been done in Mozambique and the paperwork had been accepted.
So they're saying they won't be able to use the official paperwork from Mozambique. Our police have to do their own autopsy, own investigation.
Well, that's initially when we arrived to collect Adrian. That's what they said, and my husband's saying it's 2.5 hours ago we've been waiting with many phone calls and many explanations. Then one of the sort of big shots in the police came along and started questioning us and asking what my son was doing up there, what kind of work and what contract. And earlier I had been told that this is a Hawks investigation.
Have you spoken to the Hawks? Have Hawks investigators spoken to you?
No, not at all. Not at all. And the sorry thing is that Durban, who were there for about 10 minutes, and in a flash they disappeared. Yeah. And they should have been able to clarify everything.
All right, we'll see if we can get a response tonight from Durban. So we're talking about the Department of International Relations. So you're saying you don't have a contact in government who is dealing with you specifically because you've lost a loved one in Mozambique. There's nobody from government, from that department, that you can call via the telephone right now? Well,
there was one lady who did contact me, and unfortunately with everything going on I didn't have time to try and find her phone number and her email, but in the meantime they have finally released Adrian and allowed the private funeral home to remove him.
Okay, is that happening now? So you're saying they are releasing the body now?
That has just happened. We've just seen him go into the private car, yes.
All right. Does that bring you some relief? What are your plans now? Can you now arrange a funeral, etc.?
Yes, absolutely. But you know, the whole thing is to come back after what my husband's been through in these last few days, to come back and to be stopped because of inefficiency once again, people not talking, different departments not talking to each other. It's just totally unacceptable. Yeah. For something of this nature.
Ms. Knox, if you're able to, okay, we'll see if we can get a response from government there, but like you say, at least things are moving now, and the body has been released. Can you recount just a little bit of your family's experience in Mozambique the last few days, just what you were hearing?
Are you talking about now, since my husband, my youngest son, arrived in Palma, or
but before your son was killed, what sort of communication you were getting, what you were aware of, what was going on there?
Well, we weren't aware of much. Not at all. We had to sort of look for WhatsApp groups and post, Facebook posts, and luckily our manager up in Joburg had good contacts and he was getting reliable information. Yeah, but I think it was information was sparse and you didn't quite know what the truth was.
Yeah. I mean, was this a case where if information had been available, maybe your son could have gotten out earlier, or was it a dangerous, volatile situation and that was just simply how it was?
Well, it was a dangerous, volatile situation because the army just ran off. They had absolutely no protection from Mozambican army, and the only protection they had was from the DAG helicopters. And if it wasn't for DAG, I would have been looking at 3 coffins tonight, not 1.
Yeah. How's your husband holding up?
Yeah, well, he just wants to get home now. He's very strong, but we need our time now.
Yeah. All right, Ms. Knox, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it, and I think it does help people understand just how difficult the situation is in Mozambique, and we all want more information. As South Africans, government also looking at how it can respond and protect South Africans there. Thank you very much.